So in War of the Roses, it takes place over the course of three different rounds, in which there are 18 of these identical cards, as you can see here. And on each card, there is one side that has rosebuds, um, has double roses, has single roses, and has triple roses. So whichever way the orientation of the card is facing, whatever the top rose is on the card is the value for setup. Each player just gets 9 cards. The game takes place over 3 rounds, and essentially there's 3 phases in each round. The first phase is arrangement of your bouquets, and in order to do that, you take your 9 cards and you can form 2 to 3 bouquets, and each bouquet has to have at least 1 card. The top card of every bouquet has to be different. Once both players have made their bouquet arrangements, they're being offered to the other player. So then we have the selection phase. The selection phase is I'm going to choose one of the bouquets that the opponent offered me, and I'm going to put that into my score pile. And then the opponent is also going to choose one of the bouquets that I've offered them, and they're going to put that into their score pile. Okay. Now we move into what I call the pruning phase or the preening phase, in which we're going to look at how generous I was and how generous they were. Um, of the remaining bouquets that I've made, I'm going to add up the value of what I had offered them that they did not select, and they're going to do the same. Whoever has the higher value or whoever was more generous is going to then have the ability to change any 1 card in their own score pile to any value that they want. So either the rosebud, the single, double, or triple rose. So at the end of the pruning phase, we also have the 4 or more rule that we have to account for. So we look to our score pile, and if there are 4 or more of the same value rose cards, so either 4 rosebuds, ones, twos, or threes, we have to upgrade all of them or all but one of them to the next higher value. So ones become twos, twos becomes threes, but threes actually become zeros, so it loops back around. After 3 rounds, the scoring takes place in order to determine the winner. Players are going to add up their score piles. The player with the least number of cards still in their hands gets 5 points. The player with the most number of sets, one, twos, and threes, is also going to get 5 points. And finally, you're going to take your rosebuds that you have and you're going to get to spin them in order to determine how much value you get from them blooming.